Let's say, mambabayan, will you forgive?
What?
This is Modern Tribe. Modern families, timeless principles.
To forgive or to forget? Kailan mo masasabing tama na? Of course, no. We've been hurt.
Mhm.
There are times it's easy to fight than to forget and
Yes.
forgive.
Mhm.
It takes a lot of courage to forgive.
Tsaka pag masakit, syempre, mahirap yun. Hindi madaling ibigay ang pagpapatawad or forgiveness, di ba?
That's for sure. And when we talk about forgiveness, I think there are misconceptions
Mhm.
about it. What do you think are the most common misconceptions about forgiveness?
Yung iba, yung paniniwala is forgiveness means or forgiving means forgetting. So, dapat daw magkasama yun. Yun ang sabi ng iba.
Mm.
Kaya, hindi nag-forgive yung iba. Kasi, kasama dapat yun.
Right.
For yung forgetting.
Right.
Diba? Kaya nga, forgive and forget. So, that's actually a misconception. Diba?
Right,
Because
right.
you don't really have to forget what happened for you to forgive
Yep.
someone.
Yep. You know what? I struggle with that too.
Which one?
Yung
Forgiving or forgetting?
Forgiving na you don't want to recall yung mistakes.
Mhm.
But from time to time, you're reminded of it. The hurt and the
Yes.
pain.
Oo.
There is what we call owning up to the mistake.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I think very important then to understand the other side.
Mhm.
So that's why communication is very important then.
Yeah.
To validate the feelings and
Mhm.
because of course we know hurting people hurt others.
Yes. But if ikaw kasi yung nasaktan, 'di ba? Hindi siya madali.
Mm-mm.
Yung isa din sa sa misconception yun na forgiveness happens instantly.
Mm-mm.
'Di ba? Kasi yun yung expectation especially if you're a Christian or a religious person, 'di ba? Parang people are expecting you to forgive in an instant. So, yun ang misconception. Kaya yung iba ayaw nilang mag-forgive kasi dapat instant. Which is hindi naman. Lalo na sa mga babae. Sa aming mga babae, yung forgiving and forgetting, medyo mahirap yun. Kasi paulit-ulit kami, diba?
Mm-mm.
Para kapag may ginawa kang masama ngayon, ayun, the history books, nahahalongkat yun.
Right.
Diba?
Right. Sometimes I'm too impatient
Mhm.
to reconcile right away.
Ayan.
We had nights na I wanted to discuss yung conflict
Mhm.
so that ma-fix agad so we can sleep
Mhm.
right away.
Ah.
Sa dreamland tayo with peace of mind, alam mo yun.
Yeah.
And I was too impatient na I want to reconcile right after without fixing the root of the problem.
Ano kasi, you're confrontational. Ako naman, nag-a-avoid.
Yeah.
Yun. And sometimes you just need time to process. Kasi nga, forgiveness doesn't happen in an instant. So, it's a
Right.
misconception na forgiveness happens
Mm.
instantly. Ano pa?
I think one of the misconceptions is forgiveness is just about the other person, the offender.
Okay.
You, the offended one, you are being set free when you forgive others. Again, I'm not saying you do this right away, regardless of the level and the degree of pain. Pero maybe later on we can discuss more about it. Pero definitely it can lift the burden out of your chest when you let go of the pain in the person.
Okay.
To
So,
move
you're
forward.
saying na it's not just in favor of the other person, but
Correct.
it's also for you, for your
Definitely.
benefit.
First and foremost para sa'yo ang laban na to.
Meron ding misconception na forgiveness is a sign of weakness.
Yeah.
'Di ba? So patagalan ng yan pataasan ng pride usually yan,
Mm-mm.
'di ba?
Mm.
Especially sa sa couples,
Right.
'di ba?
Right. Yeah.
So if ikaw yung unang nag-ask ng forgiveness,
Right.
you're the weaker one, 'di ba?
Right. Yeah. It
So that
is
is a misconception.
perceived as
A weakness.
Yeah, weakness. I assume from the camp of men, yung ganun, kasi it's more on being emotional to it. And speaking of which, forgiveness, there's a thin line between forgiving someone in trusting them again.
Mhm.
What do you think is the thin line?
The thin line. Kasi when you forgive someone, it doesn't mean naman that you excuse the behavior or binabaliwala mo. Kaya nga, hindi magkasama always yung forgiving and forgetting.
Right.
'Di ba? So you can forgive someone without, giving them back your trust. Merong mga instances na ganun eh. Lalo na kapag niloko ka, for example. Ganun. So you may forgive, the other party. Pero, hindi kasama yung forgetting doon. Tsaka hindi yun madali, di ba? It doesn't happen in an instant. And there's a period na while you're healing, you're also trying to protect your heart. Kaya nga yung iba, hindi sila open to trusting even not the same person, but others because of what happened to them. Di ba? But on a Christian perspective, meron siyang thin line when it comes to ano bang klaseng relationship meron kayo and the gravity of the offense.
Right.
So, well, we can say, for example, sa atin, may ginawa ka, syempre sa example, ikaw yung may ginawang masama, di ba? So, I will because I can forgive you. And as your wife, as yun yung vow ko, di ba? I can trust you again. So, ganon. So, it can be like that na I can forgive and trust you again. But there are situations or instances na you can't give your trust back.
Right. So, depende sa situation.
Yes.
Depende din sa degree of relationship. But let's say, kunwari lang to, I believe, by God's grace, it won't happen to us. Well, let's say, mambabae ako. Do you think, will you still forgive me?
What? No. Because I don't think you're going to do it by God's grace.
But let's say it will.
Well,
let's
I
say,
have experiences before when my ex-partners, no, hindi siya nangyari once multiple instances kasi. Yung betrayal sa akin, infidelity, ganon, third party. And back then, I learned to forgive them. Diba? And meron pang instances na nagkabalikan pa kami ng ex ko. So, I think if I did it, before, how much more ngayon?
Yeah.
Because we're married and I committed to, be with you
But-
through temptation and
Right.
overcoming those
Right.
temptations. But I strongly believe na hindi mo gagawin.
Right. Well, it sounds, easy to say, but I can't imagine the amount of pain it may give you
Grabe.
when it comes
Yung
to
pain.
betrayal. Well, nobody is exempted, I believe. But it's very important to be rooted in the right principles then. That's why even the celebrities are not.
Bago yung mga celebrities, ikaw muna, meron ka pa bang hindi napapatawad until now?
Well, if I look on the people who hurt me the most, I set them free. Usually yung naka-hurt sa akin are the ones closest to me.
Yes.
And by God's grace, these people have been set free because I was given the grace of how much love and secure I am in the love of God. So this gave me the power, not easy, not automatic, but gave me the freedom as well to let go of bitterness. Kasi when I keep on blaming others, especially let's say on the situation that I'm in right now. Let's say there are situations kasi that we tend to blame others. Let's say our parents.
Yes.
That let's say I'm this kind of person. This is my life right now because of you.
Yeah, because of how they raised you. Ganun.
Correct. So it's blaming them. It's giving them the control over your life. So it's like an excuse in my part because I'm basically saying I don't have control over my life because others have hurt me. That's why this is my situation.
Yes.
So it took me a while, but definitely best feeling is to love. Because love covers the multitude of sins.
Wow.
So there are people who hurt me na I have to be careful din how I approach them. Mga little things. No?
So, dun yung sinasabing you trust them again. So, maybe
Right.
hindi pa yung buong trust na balik.
Correct. Let's say related sa money. Someone borrowed this amount.
Ay, oo. Lagi yan.
So, of course, you have to most likely doubt the integrity next time it will happen. Definitely, if somebody asks money from you, asking to pay in this certain day, pero hindi nangyari. So that kind of breaks the trust. Correct.
Yeah, you forgive them, but hindi na full yung trust mo. May
Right.
doubt.
May doubt na, right? And yeah, going back dun sa mga celebrity, they are not exempted as well. In fact, no, I believe most common din sa kanila. In fact, one of the most common couples that we know, no, in recent history is
Sino?
si Carla Abellana at saka si Tom Rodriguez. Familiar ka nangyari?
Yes.
Right. So, we pull out this interview from the Fast Talk of Boy Abunda.
Yes.
So,
Ano daw
this
sabi?
happened last year, no, yung interview. And, of course, Boy Abunda asked about the situation, if it's still workable, no reconciliation and such. So, in response, alam mo sabi ni Carla.
Yes, ano daw sabi?
Sige, basahin ko dito. Sabi niya, there was still disrespect, all the lying, and all that. There was no change. Hindi po yun first time na nangyari sa amin, pero ito po ay taken to a different level. Extreme na po. Mas malala na. No, Carla first detailed reasons of their split in June last year. No? Then, the actress said she was not being treated well in their relationship.
That's so sad.
Saying, I was disrespected, I was betrayed, I was lied to,
Wow.
I was used, I was ashamed, I was made to look stupid.
Ay, ang heavy. Ang bigat.
We don't know the whole story, but I think in the side of Tom, yung context lang, he obtained a divorce decree in the US, but the couple needed to file for recognition of the foreign divorce in the Philippines for it to be legally binding there. So again, we cannot. In my part, I don't know the whole story.
Yeah, hindi tayo makaka-judge.
Yeah, I can give my fair estimation of what really happened. But let's say you are in the shoes of Carla. How would you respond to it?
Wow, I don't know the details. No? And in fairness naman to Carla, based on the statements, I think, not I think, she did forgive Tom, diba? Multiple times. Kaya nga sabi niya dito, ano ba yun?
Yeah. So
Sana yun?
something
Ito, hindi po yun first time na nangyari. Pero ito po ay taken to a different level. So it means it happened multiple times. And the fact na kung ano yung reason. Diba sabi niya?
I think she's referring to the degree of pain that happened, all the lying, all the disrespect.
Yeah, so hindi yun first time na nangyari. So
Right.
the fact na hindi yun first time na nangyari and they lasted pa, they even got married and lasted for, months after their marriage or their wedding, then it means na she forgave him multiple times as well.
That's
Diba?
how you see it.
Yeah, that's how I see it. Kasi hindi yung first time nangyari. So it means na multiple times. Ayan. And I think may sinabi pa si
Wait,
si
kasi the way you see it
Carla.
now, sabi niya in the context lang, just to be clear, there was no change.
Kaya nga.
Hindi po yun first time na nangyari yung mga
Correct.
bad incidents.
So it means na pinatawad niya si Tom, pero hindi pa rin nagbabago. Diba? So multiple times niyang pinatawad si Tom. So yun nga. This is my my opinion. So I think she forgave him multiple times. Well, let's say even before they got married. When they were starting pa lang siguro, when maybe they were dating, gano'n. I'm sure na meron na silang mga di pagkakaunawaan.
Right.
Or meron ng seeds itong mga
Right.
sinabi niyang betrayal, yung mga lies, yung gano'n, na take lang to a different level. So I think, as a spouse, di ba, malaki yung mas malaki yung allowance kasi
Right.
ng spouse sa forgiveness. So, I
Right.
think she did
So you're
forgive
saying,
him multiple times.
since it happened multiple times, so Carla on her end was able
She
to,
must have forgiven him
right,
multiple
or
times.
maybe allow, no,
Or kung
to
hindi
go-
man, well, that's the mistake if
Right.
she didn't forget.
Mm.
Pero in-excuse niya yung behavior, di ba?
Correct,
So
right.
that's a mistake.
Yeah, kasi it didn't happen once lang daw eh.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So
But I'm sure,
probably.
among all those times, meron kahit isa lang doon na forgive niya eh. Diba? Siguro yung mga petty lang.
Right. I checked, no, Tom in his current life,
Mhm.
and
I watched
seems,
his interviews
how is it?
in the States with Ogie Diaz.
Really?
Yeah. I think he found God and he's trying to heal also.
For sure.
But he wasn't very specific.
Right.
Ano
right.
yung na
Well, it seems that
info?
he's moving forward,
Mhm.
progressing in a good way. So one good step that he took was, being healed through the word and being surrounded by right community.
Yeah, the thing though is, did Tom ask forgiveness from Carl?
That's a thing that we need to confirm. Maybe I need to call Tom. Tom, if
Yes.
you're present, you have to confirm this. If nag-ask ka nga ng forgiveness. Well, not only that, I think one couple, famous as well, had an incident of, needing to apply forgiveness whatsoever. So this one is very familiar to,
Ay, maraming na-hurt din dito.
right, including me, by the way.
Talaga, affected.
Because I've been following this couple for many years, even before they
Got
got married,
Mhm.
because of their
Sino to? Spill mo na.
set of values, at saka yung songs nila,
Oh, so singers sila.
close to my heart. So, Jason at saka si Moira. Right. So, of course, in his post, Jason admitted to being unfaithful to Moira during their marriage. And they publicly confirmed their split after 3 years. Kita ko to first sa Instagram. And
I remember, nagpa-picture ka pa kay Jason one time when you met him.
Right. But that was last 2 years. And
Ago,
they,
nangyari na yung split.
Yeah, nangyari na yun. And that was funny because out of the blue yun eh. Somewhere here in Makati. Took a picture of him, but before that I told him, you know what, brother, I can resonate with you in all levels.
Talaga?
Yeah, just to sympathize.
Okay.
I would say not on this part specifically of marriage, but on falling, then rising.
And asking for forgiveness.
Asking for forgiveness. That part I can resonate. And then I didn't ask for it, but I told him, no, brother, God bless you. God will use you. Something like that. Along those lines. So, up until now, I think there's no signs of life between them. Pero what we know is Jason composed songs with a theme related to forgiveness. And
so he did ask for Moira's
yes,
forgiveness.
I believe multiple times.
Wow.
By the tone of his compositions. Tapos yung mga posts din sa social media.
It's not easy, ha? You have to have that courage to ask for forgiveness. Especially na sila. They are icons.
Right.
So maraming mata, ganun.
Yeah.
Public kasi sila na public figure. So
there was
mas
so
grabe
much
yung
noise.
pressure and courage na kailangan mo. In fairness naman kay Jason, I admire him for, it's not easy.
Yeah, for sure.
For publicly asking.
Not easy. And
Moira's forgiveness.
the fact that he posted it publicly and own up to his mistakes takes a lot of, courage, maybe sleepless nights, because you have to be open to the world. Imagine the criticism and the judgment you will receive from people. So, really shattering.
Yes. Well, hindi naman tayo makakasabi ng patapos, di ba? Kasi baka Moira's just processing. Well, we're
Yeah.
hopeful.
Yeah, I think,
Yeah,
yeah.
forgiveness doesn't have to be instant,
Mm-hmm.
unlike the misconception.
Well, yeah. You know what? A little part of me is hoping still.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sana
I-
marinig nila to, no? Pag nagkabalikan. We are one of those rooting for their, pagbabalikan.
Right. Well, enough na sa mga stories ng iba,
Mm.
no, sa celebrities. I will ask you now.
Oh,
Can you
it's my
share
turn.
a personal story where forgiveness transformed your life?
Transformed my life talaga.
Mm.
Hindi naman siya, major. But isa lang siya sa, memorable and gusto kong i-share. This is about my past relationship. So,
Okay.
iba naman to. So, I found out that he was cheating on me
Mm.
with his classmate.
Mm.
Kasi ibang school kasi siya. So, when I found out, grabe, I was so proud of myself kasi sinabi lang niya na, this isn't working out anymore. Parang gano'n, parang biglaan. Parang we were okay the past days. Tapos ngayon, sasabihin mo, so for sure, merong iba. So when I asked him, over the phone lang to nakakainis. So sabi niya, namin niya, na yeah, there's somebody else. Oh no.
Mm.
So, pero, the strong, independent woman in me, hindi ako pumayag. Hindi ako yung matatalo, diba? So, I fought for the relationship. Of course, the first thing that I did was to forgive, my then boyfriend. So, because I was willing to move on, to stay with him, despite the betrayal na nangyari, diba? So, I can say na it transformed me, or not really transformed me, it revealed how much I can actually love someone, no? By the grace of God.
Wow.
Diba?
Yeah.
It's not easy, diba?
Right.
But nakaka-resonate ako dun sa mga pinaglalaban nila, yung pag-iibigan nila. Yeah. Kaya I told you na, yeah, I probably can't forgive you if you do that, because I've gone through that situation.
Wow.
And the sad thing though was, hindi din kami tumagal ulit after that. And naging sila talaga nung girl. Kasi proximity mas lagi silang nakikita, ganun.
Right.
But before, naniniwala pa ako sa karma. So, sabi ko na karma din siya kasi the girl also betrayed me. Ganun. Pero now, no, I think it was just a consequence of his actions. So, yun, because of that, I discovered na, actually, I can forgive pala someone na I love. Give them a chance, and yun, it takes, a lot of love, ganon, and courage. And imagine, that was the time na I chose to trust him again. Mahirap yun, di ba? Forgiving and trusting again. So, yun. Pero hanggang hanggang 2 beses lang. Ano nga sabi? Fool me
once. Shame on me.
Yeah, shame on me. If you fool me once, shame on you.
If you fool me once,
if you fool me twice.
If you fool me twice, shame
on you.
Shame on you. Right, right.
Yes. Diba? So, yun. But, because I was able to forgive, parang naging easy yung second na namin. Na break up, yung final one. It's easier to move forward when you're able to forgive.
Right.
Yeah. So, and now, here I am.
Right.
Transformed.
So most likely, you're grateful, and you can say that you made the right decision forgiving.
Yes.
No regrets?
Yes. Give the person another chance. And if he breaks it pa rin, then it's a no na. Yeah, but we're okay because actually, before we got married, I messaged the ex-boyfriend. Hey, I forgive you. He's just, I think, the only one na formally sinabihan ko talaga. Even if he didn't ask for my forgiveness. I said, yeah, I just want to, parang i-clear ko lang yung air because I'm getting married. It's like telling him I'm happy. So, in case na he's still carrying the guilt, ganon. So, yeah, I messaged him and told him, I forgive you. Hope we can move on sa lives natin. And I'm also rooting for you. I wish you the happiness
Right. Wow.
in life. Kasi going back sa sinabi mo kanina ha, na the people na pinatawad mo, you set them free. But hindi tayo sure if they've been set free. Because other people, meron silang dinadalang guilt. Diba? Hindi nila na-forgive yung self nila. So you can't really say na you've set them free. Because probably, dala-dala pa rin nila yun. They also need to set themselves free. So when you're ready to forgive, give it and tell the person. Yeah, kasi matutulungan nyo sila to set themselves free.
Right.
Especially if sila yung may kasalanan.
I think that's very powerful, to say those words, I forgive you, without even asking for it. Some people are stuck to it. They don't have the guts to ask for forgiveness.
Or to give.
Or to give forgiveness. It's a bit of maybe a sense of, a bit of pride. Because, when you know someone na parang you owe someone. Yun yung dating eh.
And pag nagkita kayo, nako, parang gusto mong
Correct, right?
maging invisible.
Well, yeah.
Diba?
So, it is sending a signal na I'm not defined by what you've done, and I'm setting you free. So that's a powerful message. I mentioned pride because it takes a lot of humility to forgive and forget. It takes a lot.
Wow, powerful.
Not easy, but as you mentioned, I definitely agree. It sets you free.
Yes. Do you have a personal story na change ka na when you gave forgiveness or when you were the one who received it?
Wow. You know what? Up until now, I'm having a hard time recalling because most of the
Such an
time,
angel.
I'm not the one who's offended. I didn't experience major trauma or
Oh, good for
betrayal.
you.
Right, yeah.
Mapapasana all.
I don't know why. Pero I'm the one who offend people.
Oh.
So, of course, I had my fair share then of misunderstanding and bad mistakes against my ex. Maybe
Nako, lagot ka.
with my friends then when I was in high school. So, yeah, yun yung sinabi ko last time dun sa podcast natin na meron kaming game ng friends ko. Tapos, yung game was ng kung sino yung makapagpasagot mabilis na makapagpasagot sa i-court namin will be the winner. So,
You played with her feelings.
Yes. So, I courted her. Easy lang kasi that time. Text lang. She
May
said
mga
yes.
ano pa before, no? Only text.
Yeah. Unfortunately, she said yes. So, and then the next day, I dumped her. So,
Wow, pogi mo ah.
Yes. Feeling pogi lang.
Heartthrob
Right.
yarn.
That was bad. No?
Yes,
Kasi of course, I realized na yung pain that na nangyari sa kanya at saka sa friends niya. Kasi that time I can sense the hatred.
Kaya pala sabi mo, nung high school kami, mga na-offend.
Correct, yeah. So I didn't ask for forgiveness
from
that person.
So you're not friends?
Not friends.
Oh,
you know
no.
What? Yeah. Hopefully we can settle that thing once and for all, no? Well,
tag mo siya.
When it comes to forgiveness, yung mga little things really matter.
Yeah.
In fact, no, according to this study from Get Knox Market Data, sabi dito, this one pala. Social Weather Station, SWS survey. 24% of Filipinos admitted to having engaged in extramarital affairs. With infidelity being one of the top causes of marital breakdowns. So, yeah.
Infidelity.
It's always one of the major causes of, hurt at saka forgiving others. Pero we shared kanina yung mga stories of, it seemed beyond reconciliation based on what we see. But there was this amazing story.
Ang
No?
favorite ko to.
Favorite ko din siya. Kasi you can see the beautiful outcome of pain. If it's processed well.
Yes.
Can you guess? Sino to?
Though your sins are scarlet, they will be white as snow.
Right. Very familiar. In fact, that's the exact verse that this man used for
their daughter.
Right? So, si Vicky Bello at saka si Hayden ko. Of course, we know, the couple faced significant public scrutiny after yung nangyari dun sa
Grabe, that was
scandal
scandalous.
Right. Everybody in town, in the Philippines.
Naalala ko yung binuhusan si Hayden ko.
Yeah, sa
ng
Senate
water,
hearing.
Sa Senate hearing.
Right, yeah.
Grabe. And then, everybody was like, oh, you deserve that. And you deserve na yung pagtanggal ng license mo because of, the scandals. They're everywhere. They were everywhere.
Yeah. That was the darkest moment of Hayden Ko's life.
Yeah.
He committed, attempted suicide multiple times.
Yes.
But,
there must be a reason why he's still alive.
Right. He attempted multiple times, but it failed. And you can see the hands of God, mercy of God reaching out to him. Of course, despite of what happened, we know Vicky at saka Hayden
They're
reconciled.
together now.
They're married. They have this wonderful daughter,
Scarlet Snow.
Scarlet Snow. And you can see the effect.
Yeah, Scarlet Snow is the parang fruit of the forgiveness na
Right.
binigay ni Vicky.
Right.
And binigay ni Hayden sa
Right.
self niya.
Well, that's very true. That's the perfect name you can name your daughter if you went through ups and downs. Scarlet
Publicly,
and Snow. So, Scarlet parang
though your sins are scarlet. Red.
speaks of the
messy.
part of you.
Yes.
But God is merciful that it can turn it white.
White
Snow.
as snow.
Right.
Ganda. Napanood ko yung testimony ni Hayden ko multiple times. Naiyak talaga ako. Yeah.
Galing, no?
And meron din silang interview with Tony yata
Right.
yun. Naiyak talaga ako every time.
I think the appreciation of their life is related to the pain that they went through.
Yeah.
You will appreciate the
example that they
that they have. If they have been wounded but rise at the same time.
Yeah, they
afterwards.
rose.
Right. So that's why we appreciate their life. Tama? No? But, let's say there are people again going through some mending and repairing, and definitely it has impact on their mental at saka emotional well-being. So let's discuss yung
gaya nangyari kay Hayden.
Right, yeah. Multiple times. So, what do you think? How does forgiving someone impact your mental at saka emotional
Ikaw,
well-being?
recall your broken-hearted days. How did it affect your mental and emotional health?
Well, at first kasi I was not confrontational.
Oh, you used to be non-confrontational.
I think it runs in our family. No one in the family wants to confront.
But now
the
you
problem.
are.
Right. It took me a while. Pero in the past, I like to kim-kim yung galit. I would imagine, nagugas ako ng pinggan, nakikita ko yung mukha ng...
Ay, grabe yun.
Oo, parang
once upon a time.
Oo, parang gusto kong basagin yung pinggan. Alam mo yung feeling na gano'n.
Kawawa naman yung pinggan.
So I had conflicts with my friends when I was in high school, even in college, I didn't know how to process it. And definitely, it took me some nights then. It robbed me from
sleepless nights.
Deep sleep. So now that I have a glimpse of forgiveness that has been given to me graciously by God, that's the power that I have to receive first so that I can forgive others. Yeah. So it helped me kasi it's like setting my mind free. Imagine when you are bitter, your mind is in the cycle of bitterness.
Yes.
Yung memory mo is being robbed. It's like a loop.
Yeah.
Instead of focusing on things that matter to you, productivity, let's say exercise, you are sulking in that state of defeat.
Mhm.
No. How about you?
And I heard this from Maricar Reyes. No? Speaking of hidden ko. Na when you're bitter, parang halos lahat ng mga messages or ang kinu-communicate sa'yo, you take it differently. You take it
Right.
from a bitter heart if
Right.
you're bitter also. So that's quite dangerous.
Right, yeah. And I think the researchers can agree with that.
Mhm.
No, because we have data to prove that.
Mhm.
This one is from GetNox market data.
Mhm.
Sabi dito, adults who practice forgiveness report better overall health,
Wow.
improved sleep, and higher satisfaction with life.
Wow.
64% of trauma victims in forgiveness therapy experience a significant decrease in PTSD or the post-traumatic stress disorder. So this one is true. Scientifically, it's true. Practically speaking, it's true.
Mhm.
No, kasi when you are carrying the burden
Mhm.
of that bitterness and anger, it will affect your blood pressure.
Wow. Oo.
No.
Proven
When your
yan.
blood pressure is up, of course, your stress level is up. It will affect your blood sugar levels. And I
Mhm.
definitely agree, one of the killers, silent killers of this generation is unforgiving spirit.
Yes. Ano nga yung sinabi mo kanina na meron tayo dito kanina isang misconception na forgiveness is for the benefit of the offender. So
Right.
truly, it is not just for the benefit of the offender because of this, what you shared. If you forgive, you experience better overall health. It's also for you.
Yeah.
Improved sleep,
Yeah.
higher satisfaction with life.
Yeah. Ang sarap
Who
kaya
doesn't want
matulog
that,
na
no?
kasarap matulog na wala kang galit.
Correct.
Ang sama ng tulog mo
Mhm.
kapag iniisip mo yung sakit na
Correct.
ginawa sa'yo ng taong yan.
Yes. Oy,
Kung sino
before
man yan.
hindi talaga ako makatulog. And the friends were, texting me, comforting me, magdamag. So, totoo nga yan, hindi ako nakatulog because you know what I was thinking? Kung paano ako makakaganti, ganun. Hindi pwedeng ako yung matatalo. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Grabe.
And you know what? The thing about forgiveness kasi, and yes, it demands to be felt kasi yung pain. That's why we linger on the pain. Na if we linger on the pain, we stay on the pain, we believe na yung other person will be in the worst state as well. Na most of the time, yung other person does not feel that same
The same
amount
way.
of right. Baka nagdadamdam ka pero siya pala ang sarap ng tulog
Masarap
niya.
na tulog.
So mas malala yun, di ba?
Yes.
So yeah. Well, of course, we don't end with the idea that we will be bitter all our life. I believe regardless of the pain and the betrayal, I do believe there's hope for reconciliation. Not today, may not be today, may not be tomorrow, but soon you have to hope for that. Kasi you're setting yourself free from all the burden from you. So when we talk about forgiveness, what do you think are the practical steps someone has to take
To start the journey.
Yeah, forgiveness, right?
So actually, nung nagsha-share ka, na-realize ko, it's not really trust that goes with forgiveness. It's actually healing. Right? So, as you take the first step to forgive, you also take the first step to heal. So, one of the first steps is to acknowledge the feeling. Nasaktan ka. Maybe you can never go back to the way it used to be.
Right.
So yun nga sabi mo, it demands to be felt. So just feel it first and don't be in denial. Kasi acceptance muna. Denial kasi nagde-delay yan ng process. Right? And it, nag-iipon siya.
Right.
Ng more bitterness, napaproject mo sa ibang bagay, gano'n. Napapasa mo sa mga taong hindi naman nila deserve na, example, maging bitter ka sa kanila or susungitan mo sila or you learn not to trust, innocent people because of what you've done, because you are in denial. So the first step is to accept and acknowledge what you feel.
Mm.
Yun. What else?
I definitely agree with that.
Definitely.
Especially dun sa part na you mentioned yung acceptance. You have to state na it is happening. You don't need to deny the fact that you're hurt, and it's okay. No? Also, I like to dive into the practicality of it. No? Kasi there are things that you need to do so that you can recover. So it takes a lot of strength, no, to forgive.
Yes.
But what you need to do is to restore yourself first. So,
I agree.
I'm a strong believer of working out. Kasi yung working out can help you transfer the hatred to the dumbbells. Parang ganun yung representation to me. It works for me. It works for most people that I know. After ng breakup, nag-workout, gumanda yung katawan.
Yeah.
Also, not only that, it's scientifically proven that when you work out, your body produces a natural painkiller, endorphin. That's why we feel good after a workout.
Kaya siguro yung iba nag-run, diba?
Right. Imagine a painkiller, natural painkiller.
Wow.
So what is your feeling right now after the pain? After the betrayal? Of course, pain, diba?
Yeah.
So it may
Nababawasan.
no, in a physical level, I believe.
Wow, that's actually a good tip.
Well, of course, forgiveness is not just a physical thing. If you work out all day without dealing with the root cause, nag-Olympian champion ka na.
Nandun pa rin yung you're driven by hatred and
Correct,
bitterness.
yeah. So, on the deeper side, I believe it's a spiritual thing.
Yes.
No. I do believe with all my heart, 100%. You can look at someone's eye, that's someone who offended you, with mercy and grace if you first receive it from your Savior and Lord. And I believe that's from Jesus Christ.
Yes. And sometimes, you will discover it on your own.
Right.
But there are times na it comes from somebody else. So it's
Right.
also important to have someone you trust.
Yeah.
Where you can express and let it all out.
Yeah.
Yung hindi gagatungan, yung bitterness na nararamdaman mo.
Right.
Or if you already have a community, an existing community with good values, who makes you realize how much you are loved and forgiven by
100%.
the Father,
Right.
through
It's
Jesus.
more of a revelation. It's not just a knowledge thing. Kasi forgiveness is a wonderful idea. Until you have been
Betrayed
by someone.
by
diba?
hurt by someone.
So, until we don't have the revelation, it's really hard, no?
So it's also important to surround yourself with the right people.
Yeah, to remind you of these things, no? Because there are two kinds of people, no? If conflict arises, there are usually two kinds of people who will surround you. Someone, one group will remind you of the bad things.
They will keep on talking
Yeah.
about the bad things.
You'll put gas into the fire. The other group will focus on moving forward.
Yes.
No. Or repairing or mending. No. All for the benefit of humanity. Parang ganun. So, that's the best thing. So, that's why you have to check your circle.
Yeah, and also the materials you consume.
Mhm.
You listen to things that make you feel light and not bitter.
Right.
Diba? Basically, you, especially social media, diba? You feed yourself
Right.
with the right materials or
Right.
things.
When it comes to materials, I think there's no
Greater.
resource from except the Bible.
Yeah.
The Bible teaches heavily on forgiveness. Not because somebody deserves it, no. Because you're the one who is a recipient of grace and forgiveness.
Yes.
So
First.
so that you can give it to others. Actually, God loves you. That's why He doesn't want you to stay and be stuck on that. No?
And that's the purpose of what Jesus did at the cross.
Right.
His blood was shed so that we can be forgiven. And now we
100%.
are. So who are we not to forgive?
100%. And that's one of the reasons why we have this podcast in Modern Tribe to discuss some controversial topics, not just about relationships, but hopefully we can shed light on areas like finances, maybe fitness
Yes.
sometime, no? So for you, listeners, their viewers as well, feel free to reach out to us in our
Mm-hmm.
page, Modern Tribe in Facebook. We're mostly active
Follow
there.
us.
And then we have our individual pages as well.
Mm-hmm.
Our main bread and butter is coaching, fitness. So
Yes.
Coach Gisela and Coach Nino here in Facebook as well. So our prayer is you abound not just in your finances, but also in peace.
Yes, in your relationships.
Yes, in all aspects. So thank you for joining us here. This is
Modern
Modern
Tribe.
Tribe, helping modern families.
Embrace timeless values. Thank you.
This is Modern Tribe. Modern families, timeless principles.